Hello, everyone. This is Monica. Just trying to deal with some tech issues today. I hope you can see something on your screen. Oh, goodness. I'm still not feeling 100%. I am sounding better, at least. So I had a sinus infection, or actually I still have it. My husband has been sick and I've been sick, and it's just been crazy. My husband still sounds like he's got a frog in his throat and he's coughing. I haven't had to cough, so I think I've gotten out easy on it, but I'm still not feeling too well. So I'm having kind of an ugly day today, and I know I missed last week's live stream. I wanted to come on here and say hello to anyone that might actually show up, and then lo and behold, my internet was out. So I'm sorry this is running late. Typically, I don't have anyone showing up for about 10 to 20 minutes anyway. So it's still kind of a new stream situation as I fight the good fight with technology and learning how to do these streams. So if you are here with me, I cannot see you at the moment because I have to go get my chat window, but I welcome you. And thank you so much for showing up. Hopefully what you're seeing on the screen is some of my little banners I've made in the past and my little ticker that's running across the screen there. So bear with me just a moment. I'm going to pull up the chat and see if I have anyone here. Okay. Apparently, I'm still going to be struggling with Time Warner Cable. I don't know what's going on with them, but man, it's aggravating. Come down here and get my chat. Hello, Rebecca. I'm so glad to see you. I hope you can hear me. I just came down here to see the chat window, but I'm trying to get it loaded over in my OBS. So if you can hear me, please make a comment and let me know. All right. I think I got the chat window up here. I hope I did. Oh, it's being covered up. No wonder. Hey, there we go. Tried that. All right. Now I can see the chat. Yay! Oh, good. Rebecca, you can hear me. How are you doing? I hope you're feeling well. Man, I've had the sinus crud for, it feels like forever, but it's actually more like 2 weeks. I hope you're feeling all right. Let me see if I can get us some music. The last couple of times I've tried this, the music has failed miserably. No copyright, no copyright. Let's see. Nah, I don't think I really want any of this stuff. So you know what? Nah, I'm not going to play with the music stuff today. I just don't feel like it. I hope that's okay. So you just get to listen to me blather on here with my froggy throat. Actually, my throat isn't as bad, but I don't know. I feel like I can't get what's in there out, you know? I know that's gross, but I'm so sorry. I do have some coffee. This is my second cup of the morning, and this is actually afternoon here, but to me, it still feels like morning because when you're sick, I don't know, it seems like time really slows down. Oh my goodness. So, I have been teaching a class at the college, the local community college. I've been helping a gal with her YouTube channel and trying to come up with some content for my channels, all while getting Willie trained to be off the leash. I've been doing good. Hope you feel better soon. Thank you so much, Rebecca. I really appreciate that. And thank you so much for coming by. I know that oftentimes it's just you and I on this stream, and I really appreciate that. I hope I don't thoroughly bore you to death, but thank you so much. But I've been getting Willie adjusted to being totally off his leash now. So I don't know if you've seen him, Rebecca, where I've had videos probably at Sparkle by Monica where I've got him on his little harness and his leash. And for the longest time, it's just been the fear of String Bean, pretty much, letting him off the leash and then her possibly hurting him. But actually, he's been off now since I posted the video on my channel where I made his little cat cabana, that little cage that I had set up for him. He's not actually even been in that cage one time since I posted that video because he has officially been off leash and he's not been hurt. So String Bean doesn't like him still, but she's tolerating him and she's letting him get closer and closer. So they will actually lay within maybe a cat's length distance of each other and just kind of chill out and everything. So without the growling and the hissing and the spitting that she was doing when he was on the leash. And I have a theory about that. I don't know if anyone watches the replay afterwards and you're a cat owner and maybe you've had this situation before. Let me know if you think this might be right. But I had this situation with String Bean and him on the leash, but I'm thinking it's because I am with him on the leash that maybe she's jealous or she is trying to assert herself that, you know, maybe I'm her property. She's just letting Willie know that because I'm there with him while he's on the leash. Whereas when he's not been on the leash, I open up all the windows and I'm standing. I feel like the little old lady that's watching all the neighbors because I'm standing there watching to see, you know, if I'm going to turn the microphone down. I think I've got it. Somehow the knob got turned up. I hope that didn't freak anybody out just then. But I feel like the little old lady that's watching all the neighbors because that's at every window. I'm looking from time to time to be sure that Willie's okay and that String Bean's not growling or anything. And they've been fine. I mean, fine as frog hair. There's not been any issues. He's not even came back in the house with a scratch on his nose. So I think that they're going to be okay. Simone, on the other hand, oh man, now that he can actually get everywhere that she can't run and hide. She's just worn out. It reminds me of when she had her litter of kittens and man, she was just so worn out that I had to crawl on my belly into the little kennel that I had her resting in. I had to crawl in there on my belly with food on a spoon to give this feral cat who hated my guts. And because she was so tired, she could not even lift her head hardly after giving birth to her little litter of cats. So that's what it reminds me of now. And back when Blinky was with us, she loved Blinky and they played all the time. Well, because Blinky is gone, you know, she's been missing someone to play with because String Bean, even though that's her daughter, she's not much of a player and she's really overweight too. So she can't really run like she did when she was a kitten. So now that Willie's here, Simone has stopped all that howling at night like she was doing, and she's seems to be enjoying herself, except for when it gets kind of hot. It got almost 100 degrees here again. I was hoping our El Paso weather would be cooling down now for the fall, but we got pretty warm. So when it gets like that, she just passes out. And I mean, he jumps all over her and everything while she's asleep, but it's all good. You know, she does, well, she can still get up on top of the Jeep area. Those of you who have seen I think I posted the video over at the Monica Dockery channel for you guys. Maybe I'll try to do a screen share here in a second and pull that up. But they get up on the top of the Jeep where he can't go yet. Just a matter of time. And they hide. But they're not really hiding because they're out in the open. But they're hiding from him just to have a break. And, of course, String Bean, you know, she just doesn't want to be anywhere close to him anyway. So she pretty much stays up on top of the Jeep anyway, even before Willie came. So that is the Willie, Simone, and String Bean update for anyone here at Crafty Creators who really cares to know. As far as your Crafty Creators group, I'm still not seeing a lot of engagement or activity over there. I know I had Ginger, that's the guy that I'm helping with her channel. I had her join it because I am trying to help her out via Sparkle by Monica. Well, I am Crafty Creator. So both. It's the same person. It's me, Monica. So I've been trying to help her with that. So I told her to join the group. So I've seen her in there a few times. I see Stacy coming in there a couple of times, you know, liking the posts and everything. I'm not getting any feedback from anyone else that is in the group, and it's not really being shared. So I'm wondering if, you know, there's just so many groups out there that possibly it's just maybe a waste of time to have the group. The website, I see visitors on all the time. However, no one is actively using the forums. So I don't want to give up on it because I did create all of this stuff as a resource for people that are like me that make things with their hands, or maybe, you know, you sing, or you're a performance artist or whatnot, and you have a YouTube channel and you're looking for like-minded people. But if there's no participation, you know, it's a lot of work. And I don't want to, you know, spend the time on this if there's really not an interest for it. That way I can spend more time on my own channel and, you know, my Sparkle by Monica channel, and get back into the swing of doing some of the other things that I've kind of put on the back burner for a while. So if you are watching this in the replay and either you are a part of Crafty Creators group, or maybe you're not a part of the group, but you do come and watch these stream replays or whatnot, give me a comment below and let me know what your opinion is on it. What do you think? Is it something that you do find value in, but, you know, you're just not very vocal in it, and you'd kind of hate to see it go? Or do you just really not find this information valuable? And you don't really have a need to do any kind of networking with your crafty creatives? Let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate that, because I am thinking, you know, about either maybe changing up some of the platform, or just, you know, like I said, putting this back on the back burner, I guess, so to speak, so that I can move on to my main channel and devote more time to it. So let me know what you think there. Otherwise, if I don't really hear anything one way or the other, I'm going to continue to trudge on, and then kind of the philosophy like I did with my Sparkle by Monica channel, where I create tutorials that I think might be valuable for jewelry makers. You know, I don't really get any kind of input there at that channel as to, hey, you know, make a video on this or make a video on that. So I just kind of do my own thing with that, whatever I think might be valuable. If I continue this channel, I'm just going to use that same philosophy here if I don't hear anything one way or the other, you know, until I just make a decision either to shut it down or to, you know, put it on hold. I don't want to shut it down or put it on hold, because I do think that it's a pretty cool way to talk to one another. It is a little bit different in the way, excuse me, it is a little bit different in the way of how I am posting content for people that want to. I'm sorry, my throat is messed up. Let me take a drink of coffee. This group is a little bit different in the way that I run the streams, to where, you can talk about how you feel or whatever kind of YouTube issues that you have. If that is not something that's interesting for the Wavelength Wednesday, then maybe the live streams will be, channel reviews, or maybe that it will be an artist spotlight or something like that. Oh, hi, Rebecca. No problem, honey. I have had technical, well, my whole life has been nothing but a technical difficulty. but I don't know if because you're in the same area that I am. My Time Warner cable internet went out on me the first time I tried to start this stream. So, I mean, it's saying right now I still have a good signal strength, but well, YouTube is saying that, but I don't know, for sure how long it's going to stay up here. So I'm just kind of blabbing here. But what I was saying is, for those that maybe are a part of the Crafty Creators Facebook group and they're just not active in there, to let me know if there's a reason for that, or are you finding value in it, but you're just kind of a secret admirer. You're not really someone to post comments and stuff. As far as the channel content, when I post things for Marketing Mondays or these Wavelength Wednesdays chats, are designed primarily, originally I thought that it would be for people that wanted to talk with fellow artists and creators about anything that was, where they needed to learn something, or maybe they had an issue, maybe they've got a problem with YouTube, or maybe they wanted to learn something about YouTube, whatever it may be. But as I'm seeing, there's not a whole lot of activity even in these chats. Now, granted, originally when I started these things, I didn't even have a schedule. But now there's been several weeks here where I've had a schedule, and I'm still not seeing the activity here. So I'm just questioning that if there's really any value to these for anyone here. If it is, I know, Rebecca, you say all the time that I'm not boring, so yay! But today I feel like I am because I'm sick. So I'm sorry. I mean, I do feel better, but I feel like my head is in a bubble or something, because I have the drainage and everything. I'm not really so much with the congestion, but goodness gracious, I just feel like I could crawl back in bed and go to sleepy sleeps. Hey, best friend in your thread, how are you, Ladybug? I hope you're doing well. I'm not showing my face today because I'm having kind of an ugly day. I'm still kind of on the sinus situation here, so I'm just kind of blabbing. I don't even really have a topic of discussion, but I was talking a minute ago about the purpose of this Crafty Creators channel and the Facebook group and everything. I'm not really seeing a lot of activity or engagement in it, so I'm thinking that, if there are secret lurkers in the group and channel and whatnot, and they're finding value in it, but maybe they just don't want to comment or whatnot, that's one thing. But if you honestly don't see any purpose of me having this Crafty Creators channel, just let me know in the comments, or maybe if you've got suggestions, because like I said before, I don't want to shut it down. But I'm also not one to chase people to, like, come be in my group. Oh, I'm just Ducky. Don't worry. I understand the sinus issues. Yeah. Sinuses, man, they just, I used to, when I lived in Tennessee, oh my goodness, I had strep throat like almost every month and a half. Thankfully, that's one of the good things about moving out west to Arizona, where I did. That went away. My stomach started bothering me, but sinus went away. But now that I'm here in Texas, El Paso is apparently a really bad spot for allergies. And man, after that first year, they started coming back on me. So my husband is actually the reason why I'm sick. So it may not just be a sinus infection. Excuse me. He is still sick. He's coughing and everything, but we're going to get through it. I just feel like I missed last week and I didn't want to miss this stream this week, but I really don't have a plan. So it's kind of a boring stream actually, except for me drinking coffee when I sound froggy. But yeah, if you all have any opinions on the Crafty Creators group and channel, feel free to either speak up here in the stream or leave it in the comments or send me a personal message if you'd rather do that. It's funny because I get so many people that they're not leaving comments on the channel and they're not commenting in the Facebook group. And actually, a handful of them that are sending me all these messages are not even a part of the Facebook group. But they send me messages all the time with like, hey, I am wondering about this or that. And I am, looking into this or that or whatnot. Or, they're telling me things that like that overwhelm stream that I did. They sent me several messages and wanted to talk. But it's like they want to talk via email or a chat type of thing. They're not really participating in the group or the YouTube channel per se. So, and it's whatever's comfortable for people. Have you thought about collaborating with other crafters during your live streams? Maybe it would help bring new people. Yes, best friend in your thread. I have thought about doing that, but then I've seen some other people doing it, and I don't want to, get involved with like territorial stuff. That's another thing. That's another reason why I started this group, is to have a place where people could kind of get away from anything stressful in maybe the groups that they were dealing with. But I did want to do like a artist spotlight or maybe a collaboration type of thing. But that was going to be if I saw, some interest in the group. So maybe I'll experiment around with that, and that will bring more interest in the group. I'm not one that goes and chases down people and demands that they be here. So if you're here in the group, it's because you really want to be, and that's great. I really appreciate it. But if I'm not really interesting enough, or I'm not giving you any kind of value for it, I'd love to know to let me know what it is that you would really enjoy. Also, have you thought of joining other groups like yours? Maybe you could find fresh faces that way. Yes, best friend in your thread, I have. And, but, again, when I participate in those groups, it's as a participator, like, I'm there to whatever that group is talking about, whatever is going on in that group, I'm there to do that. I can't be in there saying, hey, come over to Crafty Creators, because then I feel like that's just something that you don't do. I like you, so I follow you wherever you go. Oh, ooh, that was an ugly snort, best friend in your thread. See, my sinuses. Oh, it's horrible. It's terrible. Thank you so much for saying that. I really appreciate that. Well, something that I find for myself, I guess I'm looking at it more as a business entrepreneurial mindset for this group, and maybe that's part of the issue, because in when I got started in my Sparkle by Monica, where I'm selling my handmade jewelry and all that, I would have loved a group like this, because there was a place that I could come where I could talk to like-minded, jewelry makers or other artists, and find out, well, what kind of struggles did you have to start your business? What decision process did you make to start selling at craft fairs? All those kinds of things would have been very helpful for me. Oh, Rebecca, thank you so much. I will follow you too. Y'all are so sweet. Understandable. It's like networking. There's a fine line on how to do it. Yeah, you're right about that. Don't put too much pressure on yourself, though. I am definitely not doing that right now when I'm not feeling well. But I will have to say, in helping my friend, and guys, if you all haven't seen me talk about her on my social media or my other channel, because I think I mentioned that on Sparkle by Monica. go check out Ginger Kitty ASMR. I'm helping her. So if ASMR is not your thing, don't worry about it. It's not crazy. Well, right now it's a little bit crazy. She's doing an October Halloween series, so she's trying to post for every day of October. I don't know how she's going to pull that off because I can't even do that. And I've had a channel for years, but more power to her. She's doing some pretty cool things. And then I'm also like footage. It was so funny because when her mom is actually my friend, so I'm helping her daughter. But when her mom was talking to me about her channel and everything and trying to figure out how to get started in YouTube and everything, I thought, man, I've got all kinds of footage. I can't do anything with it because it's kind of like B-roll type stuff that I really didn't know what to do with. And there were times where I did think, because I do enjoy ASMR myself, I did think about, maybe I'll make an ASMR type video or something. So some of the footage was what I thought might be used for that. And then I just put it in the vault because, I thought, nah, that's not going to work out. So I actually wound up giving it to her. And I can't even believe the stuff that she's done so far. So check her out if you're interested. I believe I've got her linked as a featured channel on my Crafty Creators and the Sparkle by Monica. I'm not exactly sure where she's at today, but I was hoping that she would be able to stop in. But check her out if you have not already. And if ASMR weirds you out, because I know there's some people out there that think ASMR, oh my gosh, that's just wrong. Well, it's totally a personal preference, obviously. Some people get tingles, some people don't. And your definition of tingles is going to be different from mine. Okay, so let me just preface. Well, I've talked about this before in my Sparkle by Monica videos, but for me, it's a way for me, because I do have insomnia. And especially when I'm in the throes of crafting and I've got a lot of projects due, or I'm teaching a class and it's holiday season, so I'm really busy. Twooted and pooted. Thank you so much, best friend in your thread. You're awesome. I really appreciate you doing that because, I don't even think I tweeted it out. That's what happens when you've not quite had enough coffee and you have sinus medication in your system. I appreciate that. You're so sweet. But anyway, the ASMR stuff, for me, it's not about a sexual thing. I think that's where there's a negative connotation with a lot of people that say that they don't like it. They're not even giving it a chance. And actually, for me, when I very first heard of it, that's what I thought. But I just stumbled into it. And man, I've not been the same since, because that will put me to sleep very quickly. And even when I'm not sleepy, I'm just stressed out, I will go to the ASMR community and find something from like Maria Gentle Whispering or Whispers Red. I love her. She is a fellow Ginger, by the way, Ginger Kitties, if you watch this in the replay. So anyway, that to me, everybody has their own definitions of what a tingle would be. But anytime I see some hair brushing, or maybe someone's just talking in a soothing and comforting voice, I really love the ones that are like jewelry related. For instance, Maria at Gentle Whispering. And if you've never checked her out, go check her. She's like the queen bee of ASMR. But she's Russian, living in America, and it's something about the accent that she has. It's kind of a mix of Russia and America, and it's also in her tone. The way that she speaks is very soft and soothing and comforting, but she does a lot of things with crystals, so it's your form of meditation. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, girl, you got that right, best friend in your thread. but she does a lot of things with crystals. And as a jewelry maker, I know a lot of the stones that she's using. And so it's interesting for me to watch that because it kind of winds me down. It relaxes me. And if I'm not trying to go to sleep and I'm just stressed out, then I'm not stressed out anymore. It takes my blood pressure down quite a bit. She's done things with jewelry, like she has a lot of rings and things like that. So for me, my tingles come from just being comforted. It's certain sounds. Sometimes when there's hair brushing videos, that sound of having your hair brushed, it makes you remember if you've ever had anyone brush your hair. So to me, I don't see anything wrong with it. Now, there are channels out there that I've seen pop up in my suggestions because I watch ASMR that I think, oh my God, there's no way. Because they are like a sexualized type of ASMR. That's a totally different tingle, honey. But whatever floats your boat, man. I don't judge, okay? But I told Ginger, or actually, I told Ginger's mom because she was scared of ASMR because she knew her daughter wanted to start a YouTube channel. And I, I was telling her exactly what I just told you guys about it. The stigma. I have lived my entire life almost being afraid of what other people thought. Okay. That's why it took me so long to pursue a creative path in my jewelry making because I was always working these 9-to-5 jobs. I was always in an office setting. I was always taking care of my family, letting responsibility rule my life at every turn and not taking any time for myself or enjoying anything for myself because I was always worried, well, what are they going to think? Well, it's not like I'm over here doing anything illegal or doing anything that my grandmother, that's the example I give all the time, would be ashamed of. Although she would think ASMR is strange, okay? Just watching a video of somebody brushing hair for 30 minutes, she would freak out and think that's strange. But I digress. But she's also almost 90 years old. So there you go. I was actually agreeing with your past statement, but it looked like I was joking you about the other tingles, and that made me laugh more. Oh, best friend in your thread, you're hilarious. I'm glad that you find what I'm saying funny. But no, I told Ginger's mom, I told her, you got to get away from that notion of her thing was, okay, they go to church, right? Well, and I don't attend church. I have nothing against people who do or don't go to church. But there is, from my previous church experience, a certain level of judgment that happens when people find out about your personal life outside of church, whatever it might be. If you like to go roller skating and somebody in the church group doesn't think that that's appropriate, then you might be shunned. Okay. So I can understand. She was talking about that. Her daughter goes to church and everything, and they were worried, oh my gosh, well, is this a bad thing? She likes to watch the videos and everything, and I've seen a few of them, and they're not bad. They're just weird, but, is this a bad thing? So I just explained to her what I told you guys, in my opinion. Now, of course, that's just my opinion. There will be people that disagree with that opinion, but you've got to live your life in whatever way, as long as it's a safe way, it's not detrimental to you or your family or others. Enjoy whatever brings you happiness. I can't say that enough. I say that all the time, and probably every stream that I do or video where I talk about, your joy and your happiness and stuff. But based on my experience of denying that for so long, it is a very important part of living your life. You can still have responsibilities, you can still work in your office, you can still do all of the other things, but if ASMR is the only thing that brings you happiness, whether you're just listening to it or you are actively creating it for other people to enjoy, I don't see anything wrong with that at all. I would have said it's not that serious and I do what I want. Yes. Well, I don't know. There is a stigma from some people on it, but I think it's just because those are also the same people that are so judgmental about things they do understand. Like, just, you're going to the grocery store and you buy a different brand of I don't know, cereal. And maybe it's got sugar in it, and there's a person standing in that aisle looking at you buying their Wheaties, and they're like, "Oh, no, you don't need that sugared cornflakes, girl. Stay away from that cereal. It's got sugar in it." you know. So, I mean, there are people that do stuff like that. I know that's a terrible example, analogy there, but I don't know. Maybe it's the sinus medication. This stream is probably going to be deleted. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I just don't know. I hope that made sense. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I don't know what just happened. I got feedback. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. So I just didn't have myself muted. Wait a minute. Bear with me just a second. I'm having yet another problem here. No. Okay, there we go. I don't know what just happened. The screen went black. Judgy McJudsters. Best friend in your thread? That is right. I don't know. I mean, that's what I told her. That's my opinion, but I think, I don't know. There's so much unhappiness in the world anyway, that why. Oh, hey, Ginger Kitties. Hello. I'm actually talking about you right now. How are you doing? Don't be scared. Don't be scared. She probably just ran away because I said I was talking about her. No, I was just talking about, how your mom was kind of worried about uh, you know, all the stigma on ASMR and stuff, and she really didn't understand it, and she was asking me about it. Oh no. Oh. Yeah. It's all right. It's all right. Man, I don't know. I think I'm losing the stream here. Hang on, let me see if I can pop the window back out. Um, I don't know. Can you all still hear me? Can anyone hear me? Okay. Well, oh, there it is. Okay, we're back. Okay. Well, I'm glad y'all can hear me. But Ginger Kitty, I was telling the girls to check out your channel, and whoever may be watching this in the replay, if I leave it up, I don't know. This is kind of a boring stream here, but I was telling them about your channel. I haven't seen anything today. I need to go over there and check it out because I know that you're doing a daily. What is it? The daily episodes for October. So hopefully you get some more people over there. And I saw the one, of course, the shark episode was I loved it. It was hilarious. Okay, I think it's Time Warner. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm losing the stream because I don't know. Got best friend in your thread. When you do these streams, does it ever like black out on you? Because that's what's happening. My screen, like in OBS, nothing's happening. But when I'm over here on the YouTube, it keeps saying it's losing the signal strength. I don't know. Maybe I should. Well, of course, if I close that out, then I lose the stream. So I don't know. I mean, I'm getting up on 1:30 anyway. So, hmm. So okay. So you're not seeing, best friend. You're not seeing any kind of black stuff, man. Maybe it's Google Hangouts. Because I connected via, I mean, I'm using OBS, but I'm connected via Google Hangouts, and I know that can be kind of glitchy, but I like the ability to be able to, you know, go back and forth and also show things on the screen. So, like if I wanted to do a channel review or something. Hmm. Okay. Well, okay. She's not seeing a black screen. Rebecca's not seeing a black screen. All right. OBS and OBS and Hangouts might just be bickering. Oh, I know. Well, it can bicker all it wants to with me right now because I am going to be switching over from coffee to Diet Coke as soon as I get off this stream. I need I need to wake up. Oh. Okay, so you're at work, but you're welcome, Ginger Kitty. Hey, and she's leaving. Bye. No, I'm just I hope that I'm helping you. I don't know. Oh man, let me take another drink of coffee. I'm sorry. Whew. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cough in your all's ears. That wasn't attractive, was it? Yeah, I don't know. It keeps doing that. So I guess if you all aren't seeing that, it must be in the Google Hangouts. I don't know. I'm not really sure. That would freak me out too much because, well, I don't know. This is why Monica shouldn't do live streams because when these technical situations happen, I have no idea. I mean, I can jump over to YouTube and see what you guys are seeing, but it makes it kind of difficult when I've got OBS and Google Hangouts and YouTube going. That's why I won't do streams. Yes, Ginger Kitty. But actually, well, we've talked about this before. There are ASMR artists that do live streams, and they will actually pre-record hours of stuff, or they make like compilations, is what I've seen, of their previous ASMR videos and things, and then they set it up to be a live stream. I don't exactly know how that would work. I don't know how they do that. I think there's something called Wirecast that you can rebroadcast a previous live stream or previous videos, or put a bunch of videos in a stream. I don't really know how any of that works, but you might actually eventually, right now you're brand new, but you may eventually find a value of doing that or an enjoyment of doing that. I'm not sure, but right now, do what you're comfortable with, because that's all we can do. Yeah, I'm going back and forth between the screens, and now everything looks great, but I don't know if that's going to last. So I'm thinking what I'll do, guys, is head off here. I think what I've got some stuff I need to work on, but I don't know exactly what the future of these streams will be, because I'm in a quandary right now with my holiday season, picking up for Sparkle by Monica. I have a lot of orders that I'm trying to take care of and things, and there's just a lot going on from October through usually about mid-January. And I'm not even sure that I'll be able to do like the typical streaming, because I might be involved in the craft fairs again this year. So, I mean, I'll make an announcement on that one way or the other. But that's another reason why getting feedback from you guys is so important, because then I can, make up my mind if it's something that maybe I should just, not focus on right now so much, or if I should uh, continue to do it, but maybe in a different way. So that, a different way that might be more interesting. I hope that I'll get more interest in the streams and stuff, because I did set up the group and all that stuff and would love to have more interaction. But, there's such a thing as spreading yourself too thin. So during the holidays in particular, I don't want to feel like I'm doing that, because then that's no fun for anybody. And I also don't have any admins or moderators, so it's all me doing it, which may have to change. But oh, Rebecca, you're so sweet. I'm interesting. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Rebecca, you've just always been such a sweetheart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do hope to give value to people that want to be here. And if it means that I have to change it up, then I do. Oh, I'm sorry. Bye, Ginger Kitty. Thanks again for stopping by here, and I'll come check you out after I do the stream actually and see what else you've posted. Hey, let me know if you need anything else too. I think I have some other footage that you might be able to turn something into, but I don't know, you might be getting sick of it too. So you let me know. Send me an email if you're even still listening. All righty. I have no idea how long ago you sent that message. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I'll be thinking about. Oh, okay. Bye, she says. So I think I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. It's a little bit after 1:30. I usually do these streams in about an hour. And since I was late getting started due to the technical problems with Time Warner Cable, thank you so much. I think I'm going to go ahead and head off. I really just wanted to say hi to anyone that might be here and just kind of give you all an update on the Willie situation, my little kitten and everything. If you all know anyone that is crafty, and when I say crafty, it's anyone that does arts and crafts. They have a YouTube channel, maybe they make content and they're trying to figure things out, in their YouTube world, or they're an artist, performer, whatever. It's not necessarily something that they made with their physical hands. It could be someone that sings, someone that actually does performance art, something like that. But they have a YouTube channel. They might be interested in this. If you all know of anyone, please feel free to share. And for those that may be watching this in the replay, that goes for you as well. Also, leave me a comment, as I mentioned earlier, about any kind of suggestions that you might have for the situation here with the Facebook group, as well as what I'm putting on the channel. I think next week, if I'm able to do it, I'm going to come on here and do like another tutorial for some graphics with my OBS that I use, my little ticker that I do. So I might actually come on and do that. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that as a Marketing Monday segment that'll be pre-recorded, or if I'll do it here live for Wavelength Wednesday, because it's kind of hard to do a tutorial and talk in the chat, or at least it is for me, because I am not that talented. So I don't know. What would you all like to see? Would you like to see it live or pre-recorded? When I do these tutorials, I tend to really like to do it pre-recorded. That way I can cut out all the fluff, because, I go off on tangents sometimes while I'm doing a tutorial, and really the tutorials need to be very specific so that you're not spending an hour just listening to me blab about my cats. Although to me, that would be thoroughly interesting to listen to, but I'm a cat. I'm the crazy cat lady. But maybe not for you all so much. But yeah, next week I may be doing a tutorial on that. And then I've also, I wanted to give another channel review shout out So maybe I'll do that next week on the Wavelength Wednesday. I haven't really decided totally yet. But again, as I get feedback from this, because I know I'm going to get private messages from the ones that always seem to be sending me private messages. And hey, guys, don't get me wrong about that. I understand if you don't feel comfortable being here in the chat and speaking up, or being in the Facebook group and typing in stuff for other people to read. I can understand that, and I appreciate however you interact with me. It's just that if you're doing it by private message and everything, then it makes me wonder about the effectiveness or the value in the Facebook group and of this channel. So that's all I'm trying to figure out right now is just, am I doing something wrong? Am I doing something right? Could I do something better? That kind of thing. Just give me some feedback in whatever way that you're comfortable, because I really appreciate that. I do want this to be a fun place for everybody, a stress-free and drama-free zone for people that enjoy this kind of, discussion type of situation. So far, I've not really had anybody that's jumped in the chat to talk about issues and YouTube problems like was originally designed for Wavelength Wednesday, but there is discussion. So if that's it, the Wavelength Wednesday is just simply a time for people to get on here and gab like I'm doing to you poor ladies right now. Rebecca and Ginger and best friend in your thread. Maybe that's what's fun. I don't know. You guys tell me. So with that said, I plan to be on here next week at the 12:30 time, Mountain Time, provided that Time Warner Cable allows me to do so. I do think I'm going to do something fun with this OBS if I can get it figured out for Halloween. Thanks to Ginger Kitty ASMR, she is she's inspiring me to Halloweenify my channel if I can. So we'll see what comes of that. But otherwise, I think that's it. Thank you again, ladies, for coming to my stream. And thanks, Best Friend in Your Thread, for sharing this on Twitter. I really appreciate it, especially since I forgot to do that myself. I really do appreciate you all being here. And hopefully, excuse me, like I said, by next week, I won't sound this way. My voice is really kind of getting scratchy right now the more I keep talking. Thanks for keeping me company at work today. Oh my goodness, you were listening to me at work? Oh no. Well, you're very welcome, Best Friend in Your Thread. Thank you for stopping in here and listening to my craziness. But yeah, that's it. That's all I've got to say today. And if any of you have anything that you think of later after the fact and you want to leave a comment or message me directly, however that works best for you, I would appreciate that. Otherwise, if you're watching the replay, thank you so much for coming to check this out. And I hope something in here was beneficial for you, or at least mildly entertaining. I do apologize since I still feel pretty sickly. Although not as much. I am better. I just sound kind of yucky from time to time. But please leave a like and a comment to let me know what you think. And if you've not already done so, subscribe to my channel, Crafty Creators, and join our Facebook group. And I will see you next week. So let me see if I can get out of this chat. Bye, you all. Have a wonderful week.